Order is Tuesday, September 24th, 2024, 9:30 a.m. County Courtroom, Anahuac, Texas, 9:33 a.m. And with that, Brittany, if you'll come up, please make sure that's on, mic's on.
Testing.
It's on.
Yes, sir.
All right, Brittany, if you'll introduce whoever's going to lead us in prayer and the pledges.
Yes, Tristan Nelson.
We have 4-H here, by the way.
Yes, sir. Okay, the prayer is going to be led by Tristan Nelson. The American flag is going to be led by Bradley Poole. Texas flag, Fisher Nilsson. And the proclamation will be read by Peyton Noack Young.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. I thank you that everyone's able to come here and meet and make decisions. Pray that everyone's led in wisdom. Amen.
Amen. American flag.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, let's start over. There he is. Go ahead when you're ready.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas flag.
One state, under God, one
Individual.
Thank you.
Hard to teach us old dogs no trick.
All right, we're gonna go down to 1.2. We'll come back to some comments.
Got one more, I think.
That's what it, yeah, 1.2. Discuss and consider proclamation
I'm sorry.
proclaiming October 6th through 12th, 2024 as National 4-H Week.
Yes, first off, thank you guys for having us here for us to represent 4-H. National 4-H Week is a celebration of 4-H in a whole for Chambers County and all throughout Texas. It gives us great honor to be here, and without further ado, we'll go ahead and have Peyton come up and read the proclamation.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hi, everyone. The 2024 National 4-H Week Proclamation. Whereas the Chambers County Commissioners Court is proud to honor the Texas 4-H Youth Development Program of the Texas A&M Agriculture Life Extension Service for 116 years of providing experience-based education to youth throughout the Lone Star State. Whereas this admirable program, which seeks to provide a learning experience for all youth through their head, heart, hands, and health, helps young Texans to acknowledge and develop life skills and form attitudes that to enable them to become self-directed, productive, and contributing members of our society. Whereas the program's more than 55,000 urban, suburban, and rural youth participants ranging in ages from 8 to 18 come from diverse ethnic and socioeconomic backgrounds and truly represent a cross-state section. A cross-section of the state. Whereas the program is undoubtedly could not have achieved the success that it has today were it not for the service of its more than 30,000 volunteers who have given generously of their time, talents, energies, and resources of the Texas youth. Whereas throughout its proud history, the 4-H program has developed a positive role models for countless Texans through its initiative and inspiring programs and continues to build character and instill the values that have made our state strong. Now, therefore, it be resolved. The Chambers County Commissioners Court. Oh, wait, sorry, I didn't mean to read that.
No, you can. Go ahead.
The Chambers County Commissioners Court hereby designate October 6th through 12th as National 4-H Week in Texas and commend the 4-H Youth Development Program of the Texas A&M Agriculture Life Extension Service and many men and women who have made the program a success.
Yeah, so.
Motion by Commissioner Dagley, second by Commissioner Hammond. All those are in favor. Come on up. We'll get a picture.
Yeah.
Who will take a picture? Mark, you take a
Thanks,
picture.
Sure. Good job. Good job. Thank you. Good much. Worked hard. Thank you. Okay. Good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody turn around and look. All right.
Straggler.
Start over here and then. Start with me. Everybody look this way and smile. Good job. Here we go.
Look at Sue.
Right roll, so you're more set.
Hey, everybody.
Congratulations.
No,
Thank you,
Chris
guys.
jumped in.
Appreciate all you do.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Good job, guys. Thank you all.
All right, 1.3, discuss, consider presentation of James County Youth regarding Buckskin Brigade camp. Sam.
I'm gonna let some of my friends come talk to y'all for a second. Thanks for hearing their presentation. One of these young gentlemen came and spoke to us at our YPS meeting. And I thought that since you guys are all avid outdoorsmen, you'd be interested in hearing about how some of our local kiddos are learning about conservation. So I'll get these guys up here to talk to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. That was my invention, by the way.
My name is Justin Nelson.
Yeah, speak into the microphone. You can take it out. Take it out if you want to. I don't think it's on, Chris. Sam turned it off on you.
Ashley, this one works, Sam. This one works.
You gotta be smarter than what you're working. Oh, I think it's working. Test, test, test. I take both though, if you don't mind. There you go, boys.
I'm Wyatt Trainer. I'm from Anahuac, Texas. I'm 14 years old.
We're here to talk to you today about Buckskin Brigades, which is a member of Texas Brigades. Summer camp that we went to this summer.
Texas Brigades is a 5-day leadership camp where they teach you conservation and leadership.
What is the Texas Brigade Summer? 5-day conservation leadership camp open to youth ages 13 through 17. The cost is $500, but it is available through your local 4-H, and it's held in July with 8 camps across Texas.
And the 8 camps are the Buckskin Brigade, which is the one that me and Trustin went to, the Bob White Brigade, the Ranch Brigade, the Waterfowl Brigade, Coastal Brigade, and a Bass Brigade.
The Texas Brigade has many partner organizations such as Texas Parks and Wildlife, Texas A&M, and the Texas Wildlife Association.
So whenever we went to this camp, I was a cadet this year, and last year Trustin was a assistant herd leader, and we had an adult herd leader that was our ringleader.
Texas Brigade's motto is "Tell me and I forget, show me and I remember, and involve me and I understand." Basically, what that means is, if you tell me something, I'm most likely going to forget it. If you show me how to do something, I'll remember it. But if you involve me and actually take the time to show me the process, I'll remember it.
Whenever we first showed up to this camp, we actually learned the entire body of a female deer, and we saw 4 parts of the stomach. We saw their reproductive glands, and this doe had actually had 2 fawns for herself.
Because of learning about the habitat of white-tailed deer, we also went out into like woods and practiced around for stuff that white-tailed deer would eat, stuff that they cover. Got it all together and pressed it and put it in a plant book. I got to take a couple.
Aldo Leopold was a very important person in conservation. He taught us the 5 things of he taught us multiple tools that could help with conservation, but also could hurt conservation. The axe, the cow, the plow, and the firing gun.
Who done it? Also, this was done mostly with the partnership of wildlife game wardens who set up a mock poaching scenario where they like fought in like they were illegal hunters. That's actually got to go through and like pretend mock like they were game wardens. Got to go through the process of like going through and how you handle that situation.
We learned firearm safety and shooting skills. We got to shoot a .22 long rifle, archery, and we got to shoot a .243.
Media skills. So this was like 3 hours based on entirely of how to do presentations like this, where to do like radio or TV interviews just to get you prepared. So you can do these presentations.
Every morning we would wake up bright and early and we would march. We would learn how to use our voices, and right after dinner we would also march.
The taxidermy and antler collecting. So they had a taxidermist come in and like announce and show us the process, how you'd go about taxidermy, how you would basically make it happen.
We learned how to rattle deer. We each got our own pair of rattling antlers, and it was pretty cool to learn.
The netting gear for capture was another way that ranch leaders would get a select deer out of a herd. They would fly in on a helicopter, net it with a net gun. They could like work on it or give medicine or whatever needed. And they actually did the demonstration by doing it, like running a helicopter. They had a fake deer out in the pasture doing with the net.
We learned friendly competition. We learned how to be competitive, but also at the end of the day, know it's your friend next to you and can pat him on the back.
That ain't happening. No kidding.
So one night, we actually had to stay until like 3 o'clock in the morning working on these trifolds and posters. I know y'all can see them right here. And they you could bring them along with you on these presentations. This.
Cool.
That was really fun, and they'd actually mail it to you after the.
We would get lots of rewards. Tristan actually got a scholarship last year for coming back a second year. It was how much?
Congratulations.
Yes.
Future conservation. We are the future of conservation. Through this camp, over 3,800 cadets are educated and inspired in conservation and ambassadors. Over 1,000 communities positively impacted by Texas. 3,000 college scholarships are annually awarded every year.
And you have any questions? If so, contact us. The phone is 210-556-1391. Or you can email them at texasbrigades.org or visit their website, www.texasbrigades.org.
Great job. Any questions?
Good job.
I think that's Commissioner Hammond hiding in the bushes on the whodunit.
Easy.
Look. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate it.
Gave that line for
y'all.
Thank you. Put your.
Chris, we may hire you.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Eccles,
Put them on part-time.
come on up, ma'am.
Turn it to her, Chris.
Yeah, I'll help her out there, Aaron.
Where we at?
We're on 1.1, I'm sorry, it's coming. No action on 1.3.
Good morning, I'm Dr. Irene Jean Eccles. I'm here to, I've been in Chambers County, and I consider Chambers County my county because I've been here 55 years. I came to the school district and started the program for hearing impaired children 55 years ago. I worked with Colby Turner and that family. They're the ones that brought me here. So I've enjoyed being here and I plan to continue to stay. I do want to speak on the Southeast Texas Housing Project that was presented the last Commissioner's Court. I heard some negative comments, but I'm here to present a positive spin on the project. I appreciate the funding. I think Samantha said that it was something that they did not request, that it was given to the county. And I'm here to encourage the county to continue to accept those funds. I work with families, of course, through the school district for years. And then not only that, but I'm out in the communities. I'm out in Hancom. I've gone to Smith Point, Oak Island, and all those places. And I deal with them basically on a daily basis. As a matter of fact, on Sunday evening, a lady from Oak Island was at the laundromat, and she was telling me her dire living conditions. And I just couldn't even believe. I've been poor all my life, but I've never had to live in those circumstances that she's telling me she's living in today. I want to encourage Chambers County to accept funding that will help the poor, because we need to bring along everybody in our community. You can't not be rich and the next person be poor, and I could not live with that. So I encourage you to accept the vote. I want to thank Samantha and the Economic Development Department for accepting the funds in the county. As I said, I worked with a number of the individuals, and I'm telling you, some of the individuals just did not understand how the funding should have been utilized. I actually helped some work and actually write their proposals, and I actually went with them to assist them with getting material. And there are still people, there are unscrupulous people in our world. Mm-hmm. And so we can't navigate everything, but we need to try and keep all of us on one path. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you do, Ms. Eccles. All right, I have Michelle Moses, Travis Island.
I don't believe they're here, Joe.
Sure.
I haven't seen you.
Thank you. All right, 2.1, discuss and consider adopting 2025 county budget January 1 through December 31st. There.
Yeah, so we are 99% done after today. So I did have a little, summary here, letter that just some of the highlights of the budget for 2025. The most important thing is that we have a balanced budget. Last week we had serves to help. That's really nice. So at a so about 1.8 billion increase in certified value for 2024. So that breakdown for industry, local 6634. And most of it, was new improvements in maintenance control. That was really good. The next item, tax rates. I'll talk quickly here on tax rate. We're looking at a 3% tax rate, which is just below no new revenue. We're going to see a small tax reduction next year.
In the current little budget summary here, we got, general fund $75.7 million, road and bridge, $14 million, for debt payment for next year, 7. Enterprise funds are about 4.6 million, health services, 9.8, and school equalization, 6. So when you kind of break that out between fund and department, you know, most of it's law enforcement, 20%, general government's 18%. Those are the two major people that we fund. Some large things in our budget for next year, you know, justice center payment. We got some increases in bonds, utilities. We did increase on those EMS payments from $750 million for next year. We got about $13 million budgeted for pilot funds, so payment of taxes. It went down per year. This does not include this year that's going to be in here for next year, but I'll update this schedule here. Right now we're at $170 million in total debt, and then we're going to take 8.7 debt. Probably one of the bigger things we have now, 20 new employees, mostly sheriff's office employees, jailers, and sergeants, prosecutors next year, and some deputy workers for third fire marshal, tax office employees also. We budgeted $20,000 across the board for all kind of employees for raises. We had to make some adjustments for health insurance. We had to adjust, bumped it up to matching 250, so that rate went up some. Overall, I think it was a pretty painless budget. A lot of work to go through it, so questions I can answer.
Well, I don't think the budget committee would spend a lot of time pulling all this together, and also the tax office. I know Lori spent a lot of time getting it all together for us, and it was painless. I mean, there were a lot of discussions, and let's do this, no, let's do that, and back and forth, but we got it worked out, and it's a good looking budget. Thank you. Thank the auditor's office. Any questions? Entertain a motion to approve. Motion by Commissioner Tice, second by Commissioner Gore. Questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. 2.2. Discuss, consider adopting a tax rate of 0.44035 for the 2024 tax year. We got to approve the tax rate to fund this budget that we just approved. That is below the no new revenue rate. Have a second? Motion by Commissioner Tice, second by Commissioner Gore. Any questions on tax rate? Favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Put another one to bed. Congratulations to everyone. Good job. All right, 2.3, discuss and consider approval of resolution declaring Chambers County's official intent to finance expenditures to be incurred by the county's certificates of obligation there. Come on up, we're on your item.
Judge, I may ask Gregory to speak to this. This is
Okay, come on, Greg. Morning, Gregory.
Morning, Judge. How you doing?
Good.
Good. It's been a while. Reimbursement resolution.
State your name for the record, Greg.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's been a long drive. Gregory Miller, Bickerstaff, Heath, Delgado, Acosta, Bonos for the county. It's good to see all of you. It's for the reimbursement resolution.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This resolution, as you know, or may not know, does not obligate the county to spend it. So it's not the same thing as voting for certificates of obligation for approving any bonds or incurring any debt. Basically, this is a requirement from the Internal Revenue Service. If you want to issue tax exempt debt, keep it tax exempt, but expend funds before you actually approve the issuance of the note or receive the proceeds of it, then you need to make this declaration of intent to spend funds out of one fund, and then we get the proceeds to reimburse. This shows the IRS that you always had an intention to issue tax exempt debt. You're not just kind of doing it, off the cuff. So that's basically what it is. It's just a formality that does not obligate you, but it preserves the tax exempt nature.
And motion.
So moved.
Second. Motion by Commissioner Hamlin, second by Commissioner Tice. Any questions?
With the cut that they just made, is that gonna have any effect on?
I could speculate all day, but James will do a better job.
Okay. All right, those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. 2.4, discuss, consider, and order authorizing issuance of Chambers County, Texas Combination Tax and Revenue Certificates of Obligation, Series 2024, authorizing the sale thereof and enacting provisions incident and related to the issuance of such certificates. James.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning. For the record, I'm James Gilly with U.S. Capital Advisors, representing you as the county's financial advisor. You have a packet in front of you, the blue page. Yesterday morning, we took bids from investors across the country. At the line of 11 a.m., we had received a total of 8 bids to purchase the city's certificates of obligation. The best bid went to Jeffries LLC, based out of New York City. They submitted an initial true interest cost, and that's on that first page showing the bid tabulation. The TIC was 3.879926, so just under 3.9%. You can see how close the bid was. That Robert W. Baird, based out of Milwaukee, was less than half a basis point under over Jeffries. The second page has a graphical distribution. We like to put this in there just to show you this was a competitive auction type bid. This was a blind bid. This shows just kind of where the market thought that the county's paper was worth, what the price was for the county as of yesterday. And you can see the spread between Jeffries, the best bid, and the worst bid of Fidelity Capital Markets was just about 15 basis points. So this is a fantastic result. You can imagine you get taking bids on any project or equipment, you get 3 bids. That's be a good. I think you get a good price. But this tells us that with this competitive process, the county can be assured that it got the best price for its bonds as of the price in the yesterday's market. Again, we got the bonds were advertised for sale across the country. We had investors from 6 different states participating. Yes, as was alluded to just a few minutes ago, I think we had some very fortuitous timing with the apolitical Fed cutting rates. Good time for the benefiting the county. So it was just good timing. I can't take credit for it, but I certainly will. So this is just a great result for the county. I will say that we offered $55,300,000 of certificates of obligation for sale. Jeffries bid on that, but they offered to buy the bonds at a premium to the county. So the final part of that premium went to pay for some of the issuance costs and also to reduce the borrowing amount that the county needed. So the final dollar amount, final principal amount will be $53,425,000. That notwithstanding, assuming commissioners approve the order, at closing, the county will receive the full $55,300,000 in project fund for the spend. So that's the rest of the packet contains the final debt service numbers, the Standard & Poor's bond rating report, which I'd encourage you to read through, and the timetable. I respect your time. I don't want to go on too long, but happy to entertain any questions. I think this is an excellent result, and congratulate the county. Yes, I believe closing is scheduled for October 24th.
Questions? It's good. Great job.
Excellent result.
Good bidder.
Very happy.
All right, I entertain a motion.
So moved.
First by Commissioner Hammond, second by Commissioner Gore. There are no questions. Those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. You wanna set it up across the hall? We'll take a break in a minute and we'll get everything signed up.
Thank you all.
Thank you. All right, engineering project management, 4.1, discuss and consider approving Tignall and Perkins authorization for professional services regarding land acquisition services related to Katy project, an amount of $8,680. Good morning, Natalie.
Morning. So this is step 2. We did the public necessity previously, and this is just to engage TNP to go ahead and assist in the right-of-way acquisition services. So it's going to involve the appraisal, the negotiation services, and things of that nature.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hammond, second by Commissioner Dagley. Questions?
Yes.
Any other questions? Those in favor? Opposed? You say wait a minute?
Well, no,
No.
this was not, this particular project is not budgeted in the CO, but we have funds available through another project. Either the drainage funds or the Bear Road CO.
Yes. So just the task authorization
Yeah.
today is coming out of that CO drainage account.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, got it straight. All right,
Make sure.
those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. 4.2, discuss and consider authorizing Chambers surveying and mapping to perform surveying services along the Woodland Acres subdivision drainage easements in the amount of $53,777. Natalie.
Okay, so this is to engage Chambers surveying to go ahead and survey out the drainage easements that are currently out there and figure out what obstructions are in the way and things of that nature, locate a few pipelines, and assist in the right of entry letters that we'll need to mail out in order to perform this work.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hammond, second by Commissioner Dagley. Any question? In favor? Opposed? Motion carries. 4.3, discuss and consider exercising local government code 262.024 to contract Tri-County Construction Company to clear blockages along Bear Gully Ditch in the amount of $214,522.
Okay, so this was the first round of letters that we sent out. We've already adopted the order previously. Now we're engaging a contractor to go ahead and perform the work.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Dagley, second by Commissioner Hammond. Questions? Those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. 4.4, discuss and consider update on Barra Slough Bridge replacement at Bailey Road.
Good morning.
Morning, Zach.
So this is just to kind of give an update of where we sit on that bridge replacement. It was bid out through TxDOT and awarded to Gulf Coast. With their contract, they have a 150-day delay to start. Their projected start date will be December 2nd. Now, with this packet, there was 6 bridges built or bid. Bailey Road is number 6 on that list. So it is going to take quite a bit of time before you actually see some work. There's some environmental issues that they're going to try to work around as well. So you might see some guys out there a little bit before, but any construction will not be until a good bit of time. They have 234 working days, so roughly a 2-year timeline. They're projecting probably 2025 actually. Other than that, that's pretty much it on that project. We do have the Lone Star Bridge that's still being done as well. We have a review coming up with TxDOT to keep that process going. Any questions on it or no?
Questions?
No questions.
You need a motion? No?
No,
Just
just
four?
update.
All right, no action on 4.4. Thank you, Zach. 5.1, discuss consider issuing competitive sealed bid request for construction landfill, roadway, and associated outfalls funded by the American Rescue Plan Act.
Hello.
Pam.
Again, I am here today to ask, just kind of preemptively, because I know George and his team are still working through the documents, but when the landfill cell was designed, the one that we built with ARPA, there was no road design included in that, and we know that's been a rocky road there, no pun intended. But we need to get a road, otherwise we have a cell that cannot be utilized. And so Zach and Natalie's team helped come up with the design, and then we worked with Kobe and public management to come up with the associated required grant-related documents, put together a packet. George and his team are working on reviewing that. This is just the required step where we come ask if we can go out for bids. We do have money available in some different lines in ARPA that we will have to reallocate for this, because it's like the roadway is probably going to cost about $400,000, but we have money that we set aside for a solid waste building or shop, and then we also had about $65,000 left in the landfill cell construction budget as well. So we'll combine those together. It should cover this. If not, we'll.
So moved, Judge.
Motion by Commissioner Dagley, second by Commissioner Tice. Questions?
Just to clarify, the amount's 465 ballpark right now.
Give or take, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have ARPA money.
More, but 465 for sure.
Okay, perfect.
Any other questions? Those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. 7.1.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. Discuss and consider hiring direct services to insulate all piping in the basement mechanical room of the courthouse in the amount of $19,157.50.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Commissioners,
Morning.
Judge. This was actually deemed to be a safety hazard. We were having slips potential in that area. We approved the work. Actually has been done. So this is just getting this approved.
So moved, Judge.
Motion by Commissioner Tice, second by Commissioner Gore. Any questions? Those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. 7.2, discuss and consider hiring direct services to remove and replace the boiler pump, mechanical room of the courthouse, amount of $8,859.60.
Yep, identical issue.
So moved, Judge. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Tice, second by Commissioner Hammond. Question? Favor? Opposed? Motion carries. 7.3, discuss and consider hiring Marsh waterproofing for the courthouse below grade waterproofing and drainage project in the amount of $103,000.
Yeah, this was the seal proposal we received. The best option was the Marsh waterproofing, but I need some funding for this.
I think there's some funds available for general fund that we can.
Was it Marsh that did the northeast corner? Remember Michael here?
One here.
Wasn't here at that time. It was one time. Yeah, I thought so. And it's worked, so we need to, I mean, this is almost like an emergency. Get it sealed up.
So moved, Judge. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Dagley, second by Commissioner Tice. George, you had a question?
Yes, so just to clarify, we've already been through the process and we have you available.
All right, any questions? Those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. 17.1, thank you. 17.1, discuss consider outfitting 2 trucks from Truck Superstore Incorporated for additional amount of $3,960.69.
Should be 3,902.69, I believe.
$3,902.69.
Yeah.
69.
These are the 2 animal control trucks that we purchased out of 091, and we bid the upfitting for them. Trucks came in the lowest, but they were still almost 3,100 more than what we had anticipated, and we're just asking for the additional funds. Finish the upfit.
Alright, so in the packet, it says 3,960.69. Go with that number, make sure we're correct.
I didn't type it, so I don't know.
3,960.69. Questions? Very
So
much.
is this additional funds? Because the invoice in here says 12,800.
We're short that amount.
Oh, yeah, okay.
From the
You're short that
originally
amount.
requested amount.
Okay.
Motion by Commissioner Tice, second by Commissioner Gord. Questions? Those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. We are down to consent. Imagine that. All right. Precinct 4.
None, Judge.
3.
I got a question on all the Comcast and who else is in here? So utilities, where's Natalie at?
Yep. We just discussed this.
She's probably across the hall.
Yeah.
You get Natalie?
They left already.
We'll try to find her.
Are you talking about the locking mechanisms?
Yeah.
So Brad, I got an email recently from Brad and Natalie about the locking mechanisms for Comcast. And there's a certain new locking device that we're gonna require for all new boxes put in the county going forward. So we do have a plan for the locking mechanisms.
And if you know what he's talking about, the lids are floating all up and getting in the culverts. And I think Ryan may answer the question.
Well, it's Tommy had a question regarding the locking mechanisms in the boxes, the Comcast boxes, or just for the consent items, and I was letting Commissioner Hammond know that Brad, you, and I have all been working with on this, and that Brad found a locking mechanism that we're going to require for these boxes.
Yes, so Alfonso, we kind of tasked him to reach out to the companies and see what options were available, and we did find a locking mechanism, and it's going to be part of our utility permit application moving forward.
Good.
Okay, so we're going to require it.
Good.
Thank you.
I guess, don't go too far. There may be another question.
No, okay, that was it for me.
All right, 2.
Question.
1.
Go ahead, Judge.
Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Gord, second by Commissioner Tice. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. We gotta go to executive session at 10:15. 20.1 personnel issues, 20.2 real estate, and 20.3 FMLA. With that, 10:16 a.m. we will recess for executive.
Y'all going too far.
All right, court come to order after executive session. It's 11:49 a.m. and no action out of Commissioner's Court. We are adjourned.